everybody. Happy Tuesday. I know we switch up from our Wednesdays. Thank you all so much for being here today. My name is Shay or Shanice. I go by she, her, hers pronouns, and I am the social media manager here at the African American Chamber of Commerce. Today, I am joined by the incredible, amazing, intelligent Jasmine Sonoda with Sonoda Stylings. And today she is going to be dropping some gems about LinkedIn and how it can help help just bring visibility to your small business, as well as create partnerships and so many other facets of it. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and give the floor to Jasmine, let her introduce herself, and we'll get started.
Yay! Thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Jasmine and I am the CEO and founder of Sonoda Stylings. Yay! And we are actually based in Japan. So I am in Japan right now and it's currently midnight, but I'm here for you guys to get you some knowledge on LinkedIn because not a lot of people know that LinkedIn is a really, really powerful tool for small businesses. And I'm here to tell you today that you need one if you don't have one. So, yes. Okay, so let's get started. So today we're going to talk about the benefits of LinkedIn for small businesses or just businesses in general. So what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a business-focused social media platform. So it is considered a social media platform. A lot of people wouldn't think of LinkedIn as social media, but it is a social media, and it also has its own mobile app. So it counts as a platform for website and mobile applications. It was launched May 5th, 2003. So this year marks LinkedIn's 20th year anniversary in a week, next week, I think, yeah. So next week, LinkedIn will be 20 years old. And obviously, it's a professional type of networking social media platform. So the main focus of LinkedIn is to build your professional network with people in your industry, around your industry, or even your customers, followers, or clients to find you on another visible platform. Because in my opinion, there is not enough places where your business can be promoted. Like everyone thinks, oh, just Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you'll be fine. But in a professional way or in a more industry setting, LinkedIn is pretty much the way you want to start off at. And fun fact, did you know that LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft? I didn't. I actually found that out during my research. So that's great. So, what are the components of LinkedIn? There are many ways you can use LinkedIn. The top 6 that I have found to be the most popular with my clients are listed right here. So, of course, the first main point when people use LinkedIn is for a online resume. So a lot of places, if you were to send out an application or if you as an employer want to find new applicants, LinkedIn is one of the most recommended places to start outside of maybe like Indeed or directly on the company's website. So all of the new graduates, all of the career transitioners will usually go to LinkedIn first. And having an updated and, really good looking resume on LinkedIn is a good idea. And they also have a resume builder on LinkedIn. So if you are transitioning careers or if you're just getting out of school and you're like, oh, I haven't done a resume in so long, I don't even know where to start. It's okay. LinkedIn has you. It has an online builder for you. You just plug in the information. You can style it the way you want. It's great. Second way would be the company profile, which is kind of what we'll focus more on today. You can have a personal profile and a company profile, and you can have multiple company profiles linked to your personal one. So if you do have more than one business, or if you partner with an organization and you want to add that to your profile, then that's also an option. LinkedIn also has blogs. So there's professional blogs, there's personal blogs, There's organizational blogs, there's activism blogs, any type of news type of or update information is usually put on there. So the blog portion of it is where you get a lot of really good information about your industry or an industry that you're interested in collaborating with or working with or even a competitor. And networking in groups. Networking, I think, is one of the biggest positives of LinkedIn because you find a lot of really established people on LinkedIn, CEOs or founders of other organizations or companies or world leaders or even government organizations have LinkedIn. And outside of their main website, I think LinkedIn is the best place to get information about those types of situations. So even if you are looking just to connect with other alumni from your schools, or if you're wanting to join an organization and you don't know where to start, LinkedIn is a great place to start. Skills and certifications tracker. On your LinkedIn profile, you can put what kind of skills you have and list your certifications and even link the certification to the actual certificate so people can see that it is a legit certification, which is great. And lastly, conversation and activism booster. So like I said, it is a social media platform. A lot of the conversations on LinkedIn are very business and politically based. There are some people who do post personal stuff on LinkedIn, but it's more for the, I guess, corporate-ish type of things. So if you want to find out more about certain laws that are going to be passed or other countries happenings that are going on, a lot of the newspapers, especially, or magazines, have their stuff on LinkedIn. So I think that would be a great place to start. So, four main points in this presentation we'll be talking about: why you should be using LinkedIn, how you can use LinkedIn, what to avoid when using LinkedIn, and how to get started on using LinkedIn. So get your pen and papers ready, type it all out. I'll try to go slow for you, but we'll come back to it if you guys have any questions later. So number one, why you should be using LinkedIn. First off, it's free. Like most social media, you can make an account for free. LinkedIn is no exception. You can make an account, make a profile, you can make a company account, you can have multiple accounts. It's fine. It's all free. Now, posting a job is also free. You can boost the post for a fee, but for the most part, you can't post a job for your company if you're looking for new talent for free. So that's also great because a lot of job posting platforms, you do have to pay a fee to post. LinkedIn, I believe, gives you one or two for free. So if you're only looking to fill like a position or maybe two positions, that's great because you can get it for free. And in my experience, for free is good. You can get up to 100 to 200 applicants without having to spend any money or advertising or anything like that. But if you're looking to fill like a lot of positions, maybe the boosted for a fee would be the best option. And on the flip side, if you're applying for a job or looking for a job, making an account to do so is free. So that's great. And you can use your connections on LinkedIn to get you a inside interview with someone on LinkedIn or send them a private message to say, hey, I know so and so. Do you have any recommendations? I'll get an interview. That kind of stuff. It's better than sending a cold email because sometimes emails can be a little scammy seeming. But when you're on LinkedIn, your profile is there. People can see like, oh, this is so and so, and I know who they're connected to. That's a little more, I guess, user friendly in that way. And you can also advertise on LinkedIn. And a lot of people don't know this, but advertising can be free on LinkedIn as well, with the use of SEO and like hashtags and sharing and boosting and all of that. If you do decide to do paid advertising on LinkedIn, it is on the more expensive side compared to like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. But the reason is because LinkedIn is such a company professional based, your target audience is more of the upper echelon type of educated type, then that's why it's a little bit more expensive. But all in all, it's the easiest way to go global because there's so many people on LinkedIn in so many countries and so many languages that it's easy to find new people in places that you would not normally have a reach on other social media platforms that you like you could on LinkedIn. So that's one of the reasons why I think everyone should have a LinkedIn account. Secondly, like I was mentioning before, it's your online resume and your company portfolio. A lot of HR managers and recruiters, when they look for new talent, will look to see if you have a LinkedIn account on, and also a lot of the newer softwares, when you are applying for new jobs, you can upload a PDF or a document of your resume, or you can put in your LinkedIn link. So instead of having to, keep up with, documents and whatnot, you can just copy and paste the URL of your LinkedIn, and it's just boom, boom, bam. So easy. Then if you're looking for someone to hire, it's better to have that option of them to send you their LinkedIn URL so that you can see more of just than a page or two that they would probably send you that doesn't really show everything. And so many people will be looking at your LinkedIn profile, such as potential applicants, sponsors, or collaborators, or even investors. Obviously, your competitors, or you can look for your competitors on LinkedIn to get more information about them. Your followers, your customers, your subscribers, and ultimately your colleagues. You want to know who else is doing what you are doing or interested in what you are interested in. And you want to connect with those people because those connections and that networking is really what helps small businesses thrive. You don't want to think that you are the only one or you don't have anyone else or there's nothing else like you because your business is unique in its own way. But it's a work smarter, not harder situation and trying to find those people that have been through what you have been through or have suggestions. And a lot of people on LinkedIn are very nice and generous and giving advice to newer and up and coming business owners. I have personally experienced it myself, so I really recommend having your resume and company portfolio updated on LinkedIn if you're available.
Thank you. We gotta get out of
So
here.
you also can get a global audience. Like I was saying earlier, LinkedIn is the largest professional network, more than 875 million members in 26 different languages. So you know that your target audience is going to be on LinkedIn regardless of what you're selling, what your product is, what your service is. Somebody is in that target market on LinkedIn. And I just found out the largest group of people on LinkedIn are millennials, like the main ones who are making up the job market, the newer, fresh upcoming. We always think of LinkedIn as being like this older type social media with, you know, 50s, 60s and up. But that's only 2% of the people on LinkedIn are the, I guess you could call them baby boomers and older. But it's really the millennials and the Gen X that are on there. And that's usually the target market for most of, I would say, 60 to 70% of small businesses. The moms, the teachers, the students, the parents. Those are the people that you're trying to get. They are on LinkedIn. They're looking for you. Trust me. Trust me. They are. They are. And finally, you can increase your stats organically on LinkedIn. So fun fact again, did you know 58 million businesses are active on LinkedIn right now, including us? So people actively search. They want to have a way to find you on multiple different platforms. Not everybody has a Twitter. Not everybody has a LinkedIn. Not everybody has an Instagram. But you want to be on all those platforms in the event that somebody who is on there says, oh yeah, I remember hearing about this company. Let me see if they're on here. And if you are, then they'll find you. Because the main goal for a small business is to increase your brand awareness. If nobody knows about you, then how are you going to survive? And I think that's the reason why most small businesses fail within the first 5 years is because they put that brand awareness strategy on the back burner. And marketing and advertising doesn't have to be expensive. It can be free if you do it right. And one of the main ways to get it right from the jump is increasing your online presence, being in all of those spaces. And LinkedIn is definitely a space that I really recommend a lot of small businesses to be in, especially when they're first starting out. And you don't have to just post, news or anything. You can showcase your products, your services. You can build a community around what you're trying to do, especially if you work with other partners or other organizations. And you can attract a top talent. That's the main goal. You want to have like-minded people on your team to help you grow your business. And the best place to find those is on a platform like LinkedIn, because that's what it originally started to be, was a job finding platform. But now it's turned into so much more. And I think that's the part where people forget that, yes, it's to its core, LinkedIn is a job finding platform, but there are other aspects to it that make it so great. And I'll tell you more, but let's continue. So here are some ways I recommend everybody use LinkedIn. First, you want to, when you do post on LinkedIn, make it nice, short, sweet, and to the point. A lot of professionals who are on LinkedIn are not on LinkedIn all day. You can scroll on TikTok and Instagram for hours because that's what their goal is, their content is to be that way. Whereas LinkedIn, the average user only spends up to 17 to 25 minutes a month on LinkedIn. Not a day, not an hour, a month. Now you have people like me, I'm on LinkedIn every day. But that's because I do it for multiple reasons. But your average, higher ranking CEOs and things like that don't have time to just sit and scroll on LinkedIn. So when they do come across your profile, when they come across your company profile, you want to, in that short span of time, catch their attention. You want to make sure that those updates count, because if they don't see it or if they don't get it, there's very likely that they would go off-site to go to your website or to your other things to see or get more information about you. And that's the whole goal. The whole goal of social media is to get people from that social media to go to your website or to call your phone number to get more information about your product or your service. Great. So let's look at an example of a LinkedIn page. And we can look at the Snow Styling LinkedIn page. If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you like and follow us. But let's take a look. I'll show you here. So here's the Sonota Styling's LinkedIn page. And there are different components on the page that I want to show you for when you're setting up or updating yours. Of course, you always want to have pictures, because it's very hard for people to verify, because they don't use the little blue checks like Twitter or Instagram. So you want to make sure that your logo, your updated current logo, and your last logo or header logo is how it is on every other social media platform, consistency, as well as on your website. And then this is how the information, what do you do, where are you located, followers, who works here, all these things should be updated. And of course, you want to link to your website, or you can link it to another social media platform that has more information on other things. If you don't have a website yet, you can link it to somewhere else. And then, of course, you have your about posts. If you have any jobs, who works there, people can see your videos. The insights is for you to see as the person who is running the page. But this shows you like, is it a remote or are they working hybrid or are they working in person? And since Zero Silence is an online agency, we do work remote. And for people who are looking or inquiring to work with us, they will see this, that we are a remote workplace, so they can work from anywhere. And of course, we have our bio. Always, always, always keep this updated because, of course, you know we are, but a random person who stumbles upon your company page will read this and say, okay, well, what is this company? What is this brand? What are they about? And this is where you can keep or lose them, basically, is the about section. Of course, you want to have a way for them to contact you, a call to action, and what services or products that you offer. The more that you have, the longer the list like ours would be. But if you're just a restaurant, for example, or if you're just like a nonprofit organization, this wouldn't be as long. But as long as you know, as long as they know what it is. And of course, it'll show your most recent posts. We do post pretty often, so our posts are here as well. And you can see like the in-depth about as well. There's the link to our website here. It tells us the company size, when we were founded. It goes more in depth with the services that we offer. And you can go into like really detailed information depending on how much information you want to share off website on the platform. Yeah. So let's continue. Is this working? Oh, wait. Okay. So now that we looked at the Snow Science page, let's compare what did right and what could be improved. Now, as I was looking through it earlier, as I was making my presentation, I saw some things that I could improve on it. So I wanted to wait and share it with you. So I think the page is pretty functional. We update it pretty frequently, at least 3 to 4 times a week. We do post on LinkedIn just to make sure if new people do find us, they know that we are still active. Because we are online, we don't have like a brick and mortar location. So it's easy for them to see like, oh, they're still active, so they're still working. The call to action is clear. You know, if you want to contact us, contact sales, there's links, there's buttons, everything's working. Make sure your links are working because nothing is more embarrassing than if your button or your website link is not linking. So you always want to test those things before your profile goes live. And make sure that your branding matches all of your other social medias. So your profile logo should be the same across all media platforms so that nobody gets confused about if it's really your page or not your page. And I think some things that I can improve or we can improve for the Snow Styling profile would be like our email address is not easily found on the About section. You can find the website, but some people don't want to go to the website. They just want to email you right then and there. So I think we can update that. We do have a team that speaks multiple languages. We actually have a team. Our team speaks over 10 languages collectively, but the only language that we have available right now on our page is English. So I think that is something that we can improve, whether it be having posts in other languages. And I think that's also really attractive if you or someone on your team speaks another language, utilize it as much as you can because you never know who may need your product or your service. And like I was saying, the more services you have, the longer the list will look on LinkedIn. And sometimes that can be a bit overwhelming for some customers or clients that are looking at your page because while it is a good thing to have services and many different products, you want to make sure that it looks clean and looks nice and it's not just a whole bunch of writing to make it seem like you're doing something fancier than what you already are. But yeah, those are the things that I think. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I always love taking suggestions from people on how to improve things. so that me and my team can take feedback from everyone. But let's continue. So the second way I think on how to use LinkedIn would be your links and your from your videos and your blogs offsite. And so you can link your blogs from your company website to your LinkedIn because, like I said, LinkedIn does have a blog section, so you can upload it and and have your videos from YouTube or from TikTok on there. I mean, I would say if your TikTok videos are relevant to your LinkedIn, you can share them on there. But we should be careful with those because they are two different types of medias. Um, but yeah, any business updates that you have or any industry like updates that you want to announce or new news or successes or events that you will be hosting or attending or case studies that you've done or any success stories, company milestones, anything to get people to click. Because I've always said that clicks lead to views, views get them to the website, and getting them on the website is the main goal because that's where you'll most likely get your conversions, and conversions turns to money, and you get clients, customers. That's the main goal. And you want to use your followers as a means of advertising because the best way, and I mean the best way to advertise is to have your followers promote for you. Because there's nothing better than word of mouth. People love to get recommendations from people who have had good experiences with certain businesses or have had good experience with certain products. And they go online and they tell everyone, hey, I used this makeup, or I used this facial cleanser, or I ate at this great restaurant. It was so good. Everybody needs to go. It's blah blah blah. Like, share, comment. Don't be shy. Always tell your most active followers or your most active people who are your repeat customers or your repeat everyone to tell about you. It's the most flattering way, I think, and it's genuine because you can tell everyone through paid advertising how great you are, but it kind of doesn't mean anything if you don't have any reviews or anyone else, I guess, advocating for your product or your service. And think of your own recent example. I'm pretty sure everyone has had a moment where they took a picture of something that they were eating, or they were taking a selfie with someone that they met and had a great experience with somewhere where they were at and posted about it. And or you've gone back to a certain restaurant because there was that one person who just was great service. It's the best way to get them to tell other people and for other people to learn about you through means of follower advertising. And LinkedIn is a great way for that because the way that the network shares through each other, you can find people on the other side of the country or even the other side of the world that you never would have maybe gotten to on a different platform like you could with LinkedIn because of the way that the networks and the connections work on it. So I definitely recommend it. And like I was saying, with the customer journey, this is something I think every business owner needs to know that the awareness, the first step in your customer's journey is the most important because it's great that you have a product, it's great that you have a website, it's great that you send out email campaigns. But it doesn't matter if nobody is seeing it, and it doesn't matter if nobody is telling anybody else about it. So you want to make sure that you're on those different platforms for everybody to see you. And I know it can be pretty overwhelming to have, 5, 6, 7 different social media accounts to juggle, especially if you are a small team or if you're a one-man show or one-woman show, it can be pretty overwhelming, but it really pays off in the end, I think, in my opinion. And LinkedIn definitely has its own algorithms that help. So I definitely recommend it. Like, I can't stress this enough. But we talked about all of the positives of LinkedIn. So we're going to talk about what not to do on LinkedIn. And it seems pretty silly because it's like, oh, you just post, right? Or you just upload your resume, right? Well, yes and no. There are other things that can happen that I just want people to be aware of. So first, you want to have a complete profile. I know this sounds silly, and like a lot of people would be like, well, duh, Jasmine, I mean, if I'm going to make a profile, why would I have it be incomplete? But I can't tell you how many profiles I've personally come across when I'm trying to find some new people on my team that they're not complete profiles in the way that you may not expect. So I have 4 basic things I'll just run through really quick. Like, make sure that you have a recent photo of you. And I guess it depends on what field you're going into, what type of picture, because not everybody has, a picture of them in a suit or anything. But if that's the industry that you're working in, having a suit picture, or if you're in arts, maybe having a picture of you doing something in your craft would be a better photo for you to have as your profile picture. I would say look at other people in the sectors that you're working in to see what theirs look like. But honestly, just something that is approachable and projects confidence and is actually you. Don't catfish people on LinkedIn. That's not nice. And you want to make sure that your experience section is also truthful. Don't lie on your resume and don't skip on your resume. Because you may think, oh, that 3 months that I worked at IHOP doesn't matter. But it might. You never know. You might have something in common with somebody who is looking. I used to work at IHOP too. You just never know. And you also want to make sure that you have your contact details up to date because it would really suck if somebody found you and they wanted to contact you, but your contact details were out of date or missing completely. I've come across that as well. Missing completely. And just don't forget that people are watching you. It's so easy to get wrapped up in those conversations in the comment section under especially news related or political related conversations. But you want to be careful what you do say in the event a potential client or a potential job offer sees it, because just like how they may check your Facebook, they'll definitely check what you're commenting and what you're liking and what you're following on LinkedIn. And we can look. I can show you what mines look like, just so you can have an idea of how it looks. So same with like the company profile, there's 2 different photos you can put on, your actual photo and then your header. And this can be anything. Mine is obviously Snow Silence, but you can put anything here, something relatable to you that you want somebody to know right off the bat, because it's the first thing that they will see. And of course, your title. What do you do? Who are you? What is it that you want people to know about you? I go by many things. I wear many hats. Mine is probably too long, but and then you can put your most current job and your most current education. Here, you can choose which one you would like. Of course, this little symbol here is LinkedIn Premium. This is a subscription service that you can add if you are looking to hire people. This is something that you can pay every month to get more of job applicants to come in. But yes, so you'll see like your contact info. This is a link to our website right here, so people will see it right away. And then you can put like what kind of services or products that you're providing here, so people will know right here. They don't even have to scroll. They know everything that they need to know right here. And of course, as you go down, you'll see the activities. So everything I've done in the past few days, I'm telling you, they can see everything. your about section, you want to keep this, up to date, maybe no longer than like this, a couple of paragraphs, because your experience will be found right here. So you don't really need to put so much here, just enough to where it'll make sense to when they scroll down to see your experience, and then your education as well, what you've done. And if you have any licenses or certifications, you definitely want to put that on there because, definitely. If you volunteer, what skills you have, if you've had anything published. Fun fact, I used to work at Cincinnati Magazine in the wedding division, so I have a lot of publications. That was a long time ago, though. Yeah, and then if you speak any other languages, you definitely want to put that on there as well because those are always pluses in my opinion. And if you do speak another language, you can have your profile in multiple languages. So I have my profile in English and I have my profile in Japanese as well. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I'm not sure how many you can have, but I have mine in both English and Japanese. So you can send the link to either one depending on who you want to see which language. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. So let's go back. Okay. Yeah. So you want to avoid not having a company page. More than 80% of LinkedIn users want to find companies on there, but only 57% of companies actually have their pages set up. And by set up, I mean they may be there, but it's not complete information. And that can turn off people because they may think that you're not taking it seriously. And you don't want that. You want to make sure that it's building your brand to make those connections. Make sure you have your posts aligning with the other social media accounts. Put your best foot forward. Make sure that all the key information are on there so that people can find you on these platforms. And you don't want to refuse too many invitations. People use LinkedIn like Facebook. You can invite people to join your connection, which you can find here. So you have followers, but you also have connections. The connections are the people who you want to see more of your profile than just your regular followers. And they have to be invited or accepted to see those things. And you don't want to decline, like you may not know that person, but that person may know someone who could be your next client. You don't know. And of course, you can always screen them, look at their profile, send them a message. Why are you adding me? But they usually will tell you in a small little message, hi, I want to connect with you because X, Y, and Z. And I recommend it. You never know who's looking and you never know who might find you. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and accept that invitation, make those connections, see who else is on their connection list. You may have, matching connections. So just do it. And of course, getting started, make a profile, make your company profile. It's free. Don't forget. And make sure you link it to your website and your other social media accounts. Make your blogs, your posts, videos, advertisement. All of that can also be done on LinkedIn. Get to know your competitors on LinkedIn, what they're trying to achieve. Make sure that you're, one step ahead, or at least make sure you're doing, something to stand out in the crowd compared to what everyone else is doing in your industry, and just gain a strong network. When I first was on LinkedIn, was afraid to reach out to people because I thought, oh, we're just, a small online agency in our first year, now second year of business. But I've thankfully been able to make a lot of great connections on LinkedIn, including the chamber itself, which is great. Because if I wasn't on LinkedIn, I may not have been able to make this connection to be here right now talking to you about LinkedIn. So yeah, just do it. But in conclusion, like I said, I think LinkedIn is a great platform to grow your brand. Even if you are just a restaurant, or if you think, oh, I'm only just this, that, or that. you never know who you may find on LinkedIn. And I think that's the beauty of it. It's a jack of all trades kind of website that masks itself as a Indeed of sorts. But get out there and build up your online Rolodex and don't be shy. I can't say that enough. Don't be shy. Just there's so many events that are broadcasted, online events, in-person events. You can get tickets to stuff that you may not even find anywhere else. I've had that happen before. You can get free stuff. It's just great. LinkedIn is great, and everybody should get one. And if you don't know where to start, or if you don't know how to, or if you're just overwhelmed, you're like, I don't want to deal with all these social medias, and that's what you have me for. Zero Science. We do brand marketing, so call me. Schedule a consultation. It's free. We all love free, right? So yeah. So if you have any questions, please let me know. But that's my presentation on LinkedIn. And I hope everyone connects with me on LinkedIn because you see me right here. You know how to find me, Jasmine Shinoda. Please connect with me. I would appreciate it. Yay. And I think that's yes.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. That was a lot of really informative
You're welcome.
information. Folks, we have about 10 minutes. So if folks have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself or write in the chat your question. And Jasmine, I kind of also, while we're kind of seeing if anybody has any questions, I would like to you kind of tell folks a little bit about your business and how you can help other small businesses as well.
Yes, of course. So Sonora Silence, we do have a lot of different kinds of services that we provide for our clients. We try to be a one-stop shop. We do web design, web development, event planning, translation work, brand marketing, social media marketing, graphic design. Recently, we just started doing like influencer collaborations. So we do have our first YouTube collaboration coming up next month, which is really exciting. I can't wait. And hopefully more to come. So yeah, and basically how we started this is we try to help startups and small businesses get the services that they deserve without spending a lot of money. We do know, like I know from experience that having a small business and being a small business owner, your budget is a lot tighter than other established businesses. So, if you want a new logo, if you want a new website, but you don't have thousands of dollars to spend, it's okay. We work with you. We try to make sure that everybody gets the quality that they deserve. We do client of the month, and we, promote all of our clients and all of our followers and subscribers and other clients. And I've even had clients who found my other clients and collaborated with each other off on the side. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jasmine. And what would be, I do have one question actually before I say that. Almaldia had asked, can you tell us anything about Sales Navigator?
Yes. From what I know on LinkedIn, what Sales Navigator is it's pretty much so when you want to get new sales leads and you use the Sales Navigator to get those leads in, is from what my understanding is how do you use the Sales Navigator. I don't use it personally myself, but from what I know of it.
Perfect. She said thank you, or they said thank you. So if y'all need on that, please feel free to hit up Jasmine. I just dropped her contact information in the chat for y'all. And if anybody else would like this presentation, please go ahead and drop your email in the chat right now. I'll make sure to save the chat and make sure that it will that I will send that out to you all. Are there any other questions as folks are kind of putting their emails in the chat or as
Yes, don't miss it.
Yes. Awesome. Joe, did you have a question? We'll check, and I think he's good. I think it just.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to ask about the Sales Navigator as well. If it produces leads or whatnot. I wanted to see if she had more knowledge about that, but she already broke it down. Thank you.
Perfect. No worries. I'm glad we were able to help.
Yeah, it really does produce leads because I believe there's a paid like subscription option and there's a free option for the Sales Navigator. So you can use it to get people's email address or contacts information. I personally haven't used it or don't use it, but I think it would be a really good tool for people who need that extra push to get more sales leads if you're doing something that's very like lead generator related. So I guess it really just depends on what you would use it for. But like I said, LinkedIn has a lot of options where there are free versions. But for the most part, if you want things that are more in depth or more things that give more options for it, I think the subscription option. But I guess it also depends on what your budget is. So I would definitely look into it. And then if you need any help, just email me. I'll look into it. I'll start using it to help you. Just let me know.
Awesome. Well, I really hope that helped. And whoever is really interested in that, I am now also going to see what that is about. I think we are all set. I'm not seeing anybody dropping anything. And again, last chance. I'm just playing. Your email in the chat. If you guys happen to not be able to have the chance to, please feel free to email me and request the presentation, and I'd be more than happy to share that as well. All in all, Jasmine, thank you so much. I know that I learned a few tips and tricks as well, and I'm loving that. I'm always looking to grow and to seeking out knowledge, so I really appreciate your presentation today. Kind of join late some of the presentation. Feel free to go on our Facebook, as I would say maybe about 2 weeks after the end here, and it will be uploaded on our Facebook page. And if folks have any other additional questions, like I said, feel free to drop an email to Jasmine using her contact information up in the chat, or feel free to email me and I'll make sure to connect y'all with Jasmine.
Yay!
And said again, thank you so much, because I know it's really in the morning over there. I really much appreciate it. And thank you all for taking the time to join Social Media Matters. We will have our next segment. It'll be back on Wednesdays, and that will be Wednesday, May 31st. So if y'all are interested, go ahead and go on our website, the aachamber.com, and go ahead and register. So that way you won't miss out. So perfect. Thank y'all so much again for joining. Like I said, the next one is May 31st. So go ahead and go on the website and register for that. Other than that, Jasmine, I hope you have a wonderful night. Everyone else, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next month. Bye, everybody.